Criminal case against News 24 journalist Karyn Maughan and advocate Billy Downer is going ahead in the Pietermaritzburg High Court this morning. This comes after former President Jacob Zuma launched a private prosecution against the pair for what he claims is the illegal publishing of his confidential medical records.
So today's proceedings have an added layer as Maughan's lawyers are bringing an urgent court application to have the summons against her be declared an abuse of court processes. Newzroom Afrika's politics reporter Ziyanda Ngcobo is in Pietermaritzburg for us and joins us now live. So Ziyanda, there are several legs to what will be unfolding in court today. In fact, 3 separate applications.
Absolutely, Michelle. And before that private prosecution gets underway, the first application that's likely to be dealt with is that of Karyn Maughan, who's brought an urgent court application before the courts to say that the summons that have been issued against her be declared as an abuse of court processes and that this matter not get underway. And, there's a bit of a confusion around this, I must say, Michelle, because it's not clear, of course, whether or not then this matter will be heard at the same time or before the private prosecution matter, given the fact that, of course, these matters and applications would be put on different rolls. One would be on the urgent court roll and the other on the normal roll. But also, even if the private prosecution matter begins, there's another application by advocate Billy Downer to say that he wants the former president to put down 1 million rand as a security deposit before this trial gets ahead. So far, Zuma's only put down 90,000 rand, and the calculation here is that the trial would be about 10 days, and you'd need 54,000 for senior counsel and 45,000 for junior counsel per day. So that adds up to about 1 million rand. So before the matter and the merits of the case can even get underway, these matters need to be dealt with before then the prosecution can get underway.
So Ziyanda, it's as you say, tricky today because and for the next few days, because as you said, it's not clear whether these matters are on separate court rolls. It's unclear whether they'll be heard in the same courtrooms, whether the same judge will be hearing those separate matters. So how does it all work? I suppose we'll find out as the day progresses.
Absolutely. So let me clarify here. So the trial is not beginning today. This is just the first time this matter is in court. But if it were to go to trial, it would be for 10 days. Hence, then, there's this application by Billy Downer wanting some kind of collateral or guarantee that the former president would be able to cough up 1 million rand should this matter go to trial. And yes, even the lawyers I've spoken to are not clear as to how exactly this is going to go down. We know that Judge Thel is meant to be overseeing the matter regarding then the private prosecution, but this urgent application brought by Karyn Maughan's lawyers might be a span in the works, and there's a hope that administratively, at least on the part of the court, that the same judge would be able to deal with the urgent matter as well as the private prosecution for issues of consistency, because if one is being heard in the courtroom next door, which obviously has a material impact on the other matter in the next room, of course then that wouldn't bode well. So it's really something that is quite unusual, that not many people are aware of. But certainly when it comes then to the contents of the matter, former President Jacob Zuma believes that Billy Downer gave Karyn Maughan those medical records before they were entered into the court roll, and it would seem that this will be the nub then of the court or of the battle here in court today, to say that this was done illegally and it infringed upon the rights of the former president, whose medical records should have been confidential. On the other hand, Maughan and Downer are just describing this as an abuse of court processes, that this is an aim to harass and intimidate Karyn Maughan, who's been covering, the arms deal trial for nearly 2 decades, that this matter has been before the courts.
Certainly. Ziyanda Ngcobo, lots still ahead for today in the High Court in Pietermaritzburg, and of course you'll keep us posted as things progress there. Thanks very much indeed.